Hello everybody and welcome back to the Building Investors YouTube channel. We're going to be learning how to build a swing set today. So I hope you want to know how to do that because I'm going to be doing it. So anyways, with no further ado, let's get started. So as far as the things you need to build this swing set that I'm building, you're going to need a top beam, which is a 4x6 by 10 feet. And you're going to need the legs. Those can be whatever length you want. Of course, this can be whatever length you want as well. 10 feet is going to give you enough spacing, hopefully, for three swings across, or two swings and a jungle gym, or two baby swings and a jungle gym, or whatever combo you want. The kit I ordered comes from Eastern Jungle Gym off of Amazon. Not sponsored by them at all, just figured I would try them out there on Amazon. You can buy this kit, which is super simple. These will slide onto the top beam. So the 4x6 will go into there, and then the 4x4s for the legs there. So it'll be pretty tall, but we can always trim it down if we want to. And it comes with the stakes for the ground to keep it from falling over. Two baby swings I ordered separately, so those did not come with this kit. But the two swings and the jungle gym part did come with the swing set kit. And then inside here is a box of parts for the swings. These would be nice to swing. The chains will attach to, which would be nice. So we got a box of those and a box of hardware there to fasten all through these holes here. So first things first, we need to sand these to make them pretty, and then we can stain them, and then we can assemble it, and then we'll start drilling holes for all of these things, which will be pretty sweet. So let's get started. Okay, next up we're going to be using our sealer, which I've chosen a Olympic WaterGuard sealer. This is a stain and seal in one, and it is in the color of acorn brown right there. So we'll see how it turns out. What I'm just going to do is open it up and pour a little bit on there, and then brush it out with my brush, and do as many coats as I think I need, but we'll probably start with one and see how it looks and go from there. I did take my leaf blower and blew off some of the dust off of this, but there still is a little dust on there, but I don't think that'll be a big of a deal, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So anyways, let's open this and start doing some staining and sealing. Now I have shaken it up a bit off camera, but I'd say since it's a stain and sealer, I'd recommend shaking it to get that stain uniform through the whole thing. And then there's a little tab on the top here. Yuck. And that's it. Let's see how it turns out. It says pour in this direction, just in case you don't see that little sticker. So hopefully that makes sense. Don't touch that copper. See how it looks. Okay, doesn't look too bad. So I'm gonna do that to all four sides on every side, trying to put some special attention on the ends to let that soak in, especially for the ones that are gonna be on ground contact. May even come back and set them in a bucket, or might recommend setting them in a bucket up to a little bit so it soaks into the wood. But it's pretty good. So let's put you on time lapse and do it all. I also recommend raising off the ground so you can just roll it back and forth. These ones will be on the ground, or vice versa, and the other ones will be in the pocket. So if there's a little line here from sitting on this, it won't matter because it'll be inside of those green things. So anyways, let's get to it. Okay, that is it for the staining process. Now, I would probably recommend doing at least 2 coats, but since I want to get this assembled before sunset, I'm going to do one coat, and then later on I'll come back and do another coat when it needs it. So anyways, this will dry pretty quickly, probably only take with today. It's not sunny or anything, which is good, because if you do it in the sun, you'll probably end up with brush strokes and stuff. But it's still warm outside. It's in the high 60s, so it's going to dry pretty quickly. All I did was dump it little puddles along the whole thing and then brush it out nice and as much as possible. But a better way to do it would be get like a roller and a pan and roll it on so it's nice and uniform and clean. But if you're good with a brush, you can make it look pretty similar anyways. Or you can take a sprayer and spray it on as well, but it's pretty easy to brush. And I had a brush, so I brushed it. So anywho, got those all done. Now our next step is to put it all together, which is pretty simple. So I'm gonna put those two things on the end of that and those 4 pulls in those 4 holes there, and then we'll bolt it all together. So let me get the directions and show you how that's going to be done, and we'll get started. Okay, so here are the instructions. Now these are 96-inch 4x4s, and I have 120-inch ones, which are 10 feet. So it's going to be extra tall. So the problem we're probably going to run into is that the chains on the swings are going to be too short, and the swings, say this is the ground here, the swings will be way up here. So I may either extend the chains if I want the swings to be bigger for when kids are bigger, or I'll shorten the poles down to 96 inches and waste a little material there. It's not a big deal, but most likely I'll probably extend the chains. So today in the video, you'll probably see that the swings are really high. That'll be why. So anyways, this top beam is 114 inches long according to this diagram. Ours is 120 inches, and so I don't mind the extra width. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start in the middle and set the middle swing, and then measure out from there both directions. That way I'll have the extra space on the ends. Or I'll think about it a little more and see if I want to reorganize it, but pretty much that is what it is. So 18 inches is the spacing between the swing chains, and they want 12 inches between each swing, and then 18 inches for the swings on each side. So pretty simple stuff. Lag bolts for this, and the bolts for that with little swing bracket thingies. So anyways, let's start drilling the holes for this and assembling it. Okay guys, let me catch you up to where we are now. And I'm sure I've explained some of this already, but just so we're all clear on where we're at. I pushed start on the camera when I was putting these legs in. Well, I thought I did, but I actually pushed stop, or I didn't push it at all, one or the other. So anyways, just imagine me sliding those in, tilting it up, and sticking those in. Pretty simple stuff. So the 4x4s go into these slots, and the other bolts go into here, which I'll probably do at this stage. And then on these ones, all I did was take a drill bit and pre-drill the holes with a diameter slightly smaller than the bolt. And then when I bolted these in, it went a lot easier without splitting anything and all that stuff. So these are all in nice and neat. So nice and secure. They're pretty robust looking. Don't mind all the landmines on the ground. Plan on picking those up. Well, I plan on picking them up already, but you know, have to mow the yard still. But I wanted to do this instead. So this thing's looking ginormous, isn't it? I'm not sure yet how I'm going to get it stood up. So we're going to see. But anywho, that's where we've gotten to this point. So now I'm going to pre-drill these, put the bolts in, probably tie a rope to this, and then pull that direction, or stand here with a board and push it up like I'm lifting trusses or something. Haven't quite decided, but you'll get to see what it looks like here shortly. So anyways, looking good, isn't it? I don't think I got enough. Okay, just don't hurt your arm. With the ladder, I'm saying, yeah. You know that. Careful. You have that second. Okay, now that we've got that in the corner where we want it, instead of putting it where I should have and then lifted it, since it's all first time stuff, put it where you want it, or at least the 1 foot, that when you raise it, it lands up where you want it, or have some help, that would be helpful too. But anyways, we're doing 2 baby swings on the right side in the middle, and then an adult swing on the left, and then we'll change the configuration around. I say adult swing, just regular swing. We'll change the configuration around once we know what we're going to use. So anyways, in my armpit here are some carabiners. Those will just click up on those and the chains will hang down. I'm assuming these chains will be a bit short, so be prepared for them to be high, but we'll buy some new chain and extend it down. So anyways, let's do it. got the next swing parts up
I
here.
hate that so much when that happens.
Yeah, that's why I didn't fight to catch it too badly.
I can't hear a whole conversation because the wind is a little open over there.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Okay, so here's a final walk around, final review of everything. I finally got the yard mowed and all the landmines picked up, so it's a lot less dirty from him. So anyways, nice stripes in the yard. One day we'll get it watered looking nice. So anyways, the swing set. We have got it all assembled, and like I said, it's a little bit taller than the original one, so this swing needs to be extended a little bit with some chains, but not a big deal. It's really not that far off the ground, but if you have kids, it would be a hard time reaching it. So anyways, 2 baby swings here for 2 babies and 1 for mom, or whatever we want. So we've got extra parts here. We've got an extra swing for an adult or grown-up kid. We've got a jungle gym piece where you can hold into and swing with your hands. Extra stain. Those pieces right there, those little pieces of rebar, those are made to stake in the ground at an angle and then screw to the bottom. That way you don't flip over the swing set, but it's so stable, and we've got such little children swinging on this, it's not going to make a big difference. And so one day when we have it permanently installed at a permanent location, then we'll be able to install those. One day we might even build a big old cool like clubhouse off the side of one of these sides or both sides, and then have the swing set in the middle. So anyways, it looks really good, nice and new. So I wish those were like ball bearings instead of just metal on metal, because they do squeak like every other swing set, but you know, that's part of memories growing up. So anywho, looks really nice, and the stain's going to be good. Dried up really quick. And then all of these bolts, it came with a ton of black bolts. It came with galvanized and stainless. I put the stainless in there, and there's a bunch extra for other stuff I'm guessing that they would use it for. I'm not sure. Probably for the legs and all that stuff, because there's 2 per leg, so that would be 8 more. So anyways, I like it. It's not insanely rigid in this direction, like if I'm pushing it back and forth, but it's not flimsy either. And so I'm not really worried about that at all. So looks nice. Anyways, what's your opinion? And if you have any questions, let me know. I have enjoyed making the video on it. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And have a good one. God bless.